You Want Army, and you're watching Amplified TV.
I'm joined by You and What Army. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Yeah. Freezing, but good.
Yeah. You've been on tour with Kids in Glass Houses about a week now. How's it been?
It's been really good. Really good.
It's something we've never been used to, like just playing a succession of gigs, like gig after gig after gig in huge venues and a guaranteed audience, and it's been amazing.
My wrist is just aching from signing things and posing. It's just hard work.
Yeah. How did you guys get the support slot with Kids in Glass Houses?
We entered a competition called Red Bull Bedroom Jam. What started from uploading your video and trying to get your fans to go to the website to create a hype around the band, turned into us winning the first stage, which we got them to come to our house to film us, and then we won the second stage, going to the festivals.
We got to play Download and Tea in the Park and Sonisphere and heavy festivals.
Yeah. That was from the judges that put us through on that stage, and then it was dwindled down to 3 bands. We were one of the 3.
Judges again, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then it was just a week battle, and we had to get our fans, friends, family members, just anybody and everybody to go to our page and create a hype, which after the week we came out on top.
Yes.
This is what we get.
Yeah. So for those who haven't heard of You and What Army, can you describe your sounds to us?
Amazing. It's about apocalyptic rave rap rock.
Right.
I'd say that pretty much covers it.
Yeah. How do you go about writing your songs? Is there one way, or do you go?
Usually it'll start with me coming up with like an idea. I'll just basically listen to the best pop song in the world and put a guitar behind it.
Yeah.
And then, not really. And then we'll just, after my idea comes together, we'll all just go to the studio and work on it, and it'll blossom.
Yeah.
I think the best thing about when we're writing, because we all like completely different genres of music, and we try and splash them all together. And Dave's into a lot of his synthy, trancey stuff, and Jay and I are quite into metal, and I like a lot of acoustic stuff.
I like bass.
And Zach's very much into his dubstep at the moment and stuff, and we all just kind of bring them together and like a mishmash of things.
Yeah. Okay. So who are your musical influences?
Deftones.
Oh, do you want to go from the right and go along?
You and me.
Dave, who's
pretty much 5, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, anything early 90s pop.
Yeah.
He's actually telling the truth.
It's the truth. Oasis, Blur, Radiohead.
He's actually telling the truth.
Coldplay.
Okay, so only you and me are the true musicians behind this.
Max
Martin is a genius.
We like a lot of like
progressive
metal. Like Jay and I are both into Code and Cambria and Deftones and stuff, and they're touring right now actually together at different venues to we're playing. So. And I came from a very folky background as well, like a lot of acousticy stuff. So they always called me the gay man because I'm trying to sing all the lines and stuff.
And because he likes men.
And what else are we into?
I think we kind of all blend into one, like when you found out Periphery and all that, and we're all fans of that, and
there are the
same with Cody, Deftones,
Selma, Linkin Park, things like that.
Limp Bizkit,
Park's a big one, yeah.
A
lot of new metal actually, the kind of metally pop rock that was around in the 90s, like Limp Bizkit and Korn and
new metal,
Rammstein and stuff. Yeah, that's huge on us.
In Me
as well.
Another one that this boy's just
like it, like In Me. That kind of thing.
So, what advice would you give to bands trying to make it? You've got quite far. In a short period of time. What would be your advice?
I'd say grow your hair and win competitions.
To drop everything for the band if you can not take it as a hobby.
It needs the 110% commitment and dedication to it. That's what
Kieran's moved in with Dave, and he used to live 2 hours away.
I dropped a postgraduate course and I moved in with Dave.
I dropped out of uni for the band.
I dropped out of uni.
If you've got enough faith
and now my work,
we'll drop anything for it, and just do anything you can for it. We've said we've played some awful gigs just because we said there might be 3 or 4 people there and they might.
The best thing that you can say is you've got to live every moment with it and put that first. There's so many arguments back at home, and
we'll have no money. Absolutely no money for it.
But it'll all come back one day.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway.
Yeah. So where did you always used to study? What did you study?
Me and Kieran went to Coventry University together, and we never met each other. Did the same course, and we never met each other.
Right. I went to an acting school in London, and then when I moved back, this was when I was introduced to Dave.
I was at Stafford Uni, and I did computer games design and programming. it was just terrible. It's not as good as it sounds.
So how did you guys all meet up then?
Firstly, I think it was me meeting you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I met Dave because he was after a new drummer.
Yeah.
And I went around a few times.
Used to hate the band.
Firstly, I wouldn't say hate. I didn't.
Still does.
Yeah. I love the band. But when you first heard it 2 years ago.
About 3, 4 now.
Yeah.
We've been in it
2, 3.
3.
2007. So 3 years ago when I first heard it, it was a bit okay. And then I watched them, and then it's completely different. And then I think what it was is older recordings didn't push through on the MySpace till when I seen them live, and then got chatting, and then went around, done an audition. I played to a click track, and I was in.
Yeah.
I was. I had an email from Dave. I used to be in this other band in Telford as well.
We used to get together.
Yeah, but I was the guitar player, and Dave said, "Oh, do you want to come and audition for guitar?" And I said, "Well, I play bass now." And I went to uni. I picked up the bass, and so I got the part for bass, and then.
I went to see the old lineup of the bands live, and they were doing a song, and Dave was holding the microphone out to me. I was singing some parts with it, and then when they had auditions and stuff, I auditioned for it.
Okay.
Doing that way,
Yeah. So with the Red Bull bedroom jam, how did you hear about it? Was it just through the internet?
I think it was me picking up that magazine, wasn't it? I picked up a magazine, Rock Sound magazine,
Yeah.
and there's a big advertisement in the back, and we're a band that have always entered into things.
Yeah.
And I think with this one, there was talk of, we'll do it, but you know what I mean? Is it going to waste time, or is it going to be like one of those battle of the band type things?
Yeah.
But
There's
when
so
we
many
finally,
rip-offs out there for battle
Yeah.
so the bands and stuff. And
so when
certain
we finally
artists
got
want
it,
things to make money. Yeah.
when we finally got it, we got Kieran editing a load of live footage because you got to upload a video. That's the first thing you had to do, and what seemed like quite a bit of work, and we thought it was going to be about the band style, and they was just going to rip us off in a way.
But you look into the competition a bit further, and it's very different to anything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's one of the few massive opportunities for unsigned bands out there.
The best thing about it was as well, there was no like pay to play stuff, or you didn't have to put any money up front and stuff. Whereas there's loads of that out there, and you really don't need to enter that type of stuff.
You got tons of free Red Bull, so that's brilliant as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you said you won it. You played a load of festivals. What was your favourite festival?
Download.
You played?
Download was
They're
my
all
favourite.
pretty amazing for different reasons.
For me, I'm really into metal, and Download is the main metal
That was pretty
festival.
awesome. Having said that, I wasn't expecting much for Underage, and Underage we had a huge reaction. We had the biggest crowd for the stage that day, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the band that went on stage afterwards at Underage, the singer came off crying because she just said that she couldn't follow it. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Chili. And
That's what
it
it is, really.
was just like we just happened to get the crowd going that day at the perfect time in a huge pit. There's videos and stuff if you go check it out, but it was just like a sandstorm pit and stuff.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, each festival had a bit that made it great, but I think with personal musical interests, Download made it for you.
Download was my
Sonicsphere
favourite.
was pretty good as well.
I would go as far as saying Songsphere for me.
We partied with Rammstein and Songsphere, so it is on par. But we met Dave Grohl at Download.
So
So
we met all our heroes over
There.
there.
Did you-
Same with Eminem
and
and
Claudio
Tupac.
Sanchez.
And you turn from thinking, yeah, I'm a professional musician, to a fanboy in a second.
Yeah.
I was like pestering my
Yeah.
It's like, right.
We were stood outside.
Can I have a picture with you?
We were stood outside Deftones. No, Coheed.
Coheed, yeah, I pestered
Can we
him.
knock on the door? Shall we go in? Shall we not go
It
in?
was the first band I ever saw live, and I was in love with them. So when I met them, I was a kid. They were really sweet, but I was like, can I have a picture with you?
Yeah.
Like really
What
annoying.
is your favourite song to play live?
For the setups on the tour, I would say Skyline for me.
Well, I suppose that's because it's a new one.
Yeah.
We've got a new one that we haven't got like on any CD yet. So. I don't know, they're all pretty fun.
I
Like,
think Nebula's quite a good one. It's our
Yeah.
outro song.
The
It's
outro
this
to
massive,
that is-
epic kind of rave out in the end. So that's really good to get everyone bouncing and attacking each other too.
good opportunity to like crowd surf and stuff as well in that one. So that was pretty fun. Epidemic always goes down well. The opening one we do it with like an intro.
Ascension really goes down well as well.
Yeah, we're pretty much just going through the whole song.
Yeah.
Basically, every single song that we've done has gone down
Yeah,
well.
it's all fun. But yeah, Skyline's,
What can we say?
Skyline's fun at the moment.
Ego, ego, ego.
Yeah.
Finally, what is the future for you and What Army?
Kitty Man.
Yeah.
In January.
Yeah.
And then
We've got a gig
hopefully some
with
festivals.
Chasing Status coming up in
December.
That's going to be cool. And then we've got some other gigs, 4 or 5 to announce in March of next year. I think we're just going to be looking to book a tour or something and keep
or
the
to
ball rolling.
try and tour.
Come back to all the places that we've been touring around because of ourselves, because we've had such a good reaction from all the fans. You know,
our Facebook's pretty much doubled in size over the period of this tour.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. So we're going to come back to all them.
We had a good idea. Well, Dave had a good idea in that we take a picture of the audience, we get them to pose, load it up to our Facebook, and they come by and tag it.
Okay.
The first night we did that, we discovered that you can only tag 50 people on a picture because we had so many people saying, "Oh, it's full up on tags." We loaded that picture 3 or 4 times up, and it just gets hundreds of people coming to your Facebook. And anything you can do to pull people in to remember you after the gig. I mean, we've got little flyers and stuff. Just with the MySpace and the Facebook and stuff. It's really good to keep people interested afterwards.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for your time.
No problem.
Cheers, thanks.